Hi, lovelies. Welcome back. So, I'm trying some new software just so you guys have more of that visual when you watch my channel. And I found a really great article, and it's in line with a new, I wouldn't say new, but more of a trending way to earn money on the side and to promote your channel too, and that is with digital products, digital assets. So if you guys are into finance and learning about portfolios, this is part of your portfolio too. So never forget that it could be an ebook. A lot of people are having issues with time management. You can be someone who's really good with graphic design and want to create calendars. I think that's another great digital asset that I would like to add to my shop. Whatever your skill is, you can put it together as a digital asset, and including video games. I mean, we all know how crazy the industry is, like a multi-billion-dollar industry each year. Okay, so hey, if you're really great with animation, you can put something together. A lot of people are using AI to create things. I like to keep it old school, more, you know what I mean? I don't like to dabble too much with AI. I know, some of the software that we use will incorporate it to a point, but gone will be the days, right, where people are coming out with successful products, and that's a scary thought too, because I don't want you guys to lose your essence in it, right? I think they started a lot of that with the video game industry, where you're living in a parallel world, where you're living in a whole alternate reality, right? And we'll go out into the world and kind of like, you know what I mean, move as such too, right? Almost on automation. So I may have dabbled when I was younger, but I'm just not one to play games. I don't play Candy Crush on my phone, none of that. There's still a lot of data that they need to do to see what that does long term to children, and I'm sure there's a lot of studies out. So that's a whole different rant. So you guys look into that. But I just wanted to use this story or this news article as an example of how popular digital assets really are. So on my Patreon, I renamed it to Dia Dash Digital Assets Members Only. It's PDFs, ebooks. If you do my members, yes, it's $20 a month, but you're going to get hundreds, if not thousands of dollars of my PDFs, right? And you'll be able to get consultations included in all of that. But that is on you. Some people like, you have to put the value on your work, okay? Never shortchange yourself, especially sometimes, when you first start, to just put something that's fair and give the person a lot of value, give your audience as much value as possible. So in the video game world, physical video game sales, guys, in the US have been declining for years due to increased digital downloads. So even the video game industry, regardless of how toxic it can be with some of their gory video games, right? And that can be a little scary too, how it's so easy for children to just go and download. So, make sure you monitor your children, and, for any behavioral changes too, they have been connected to with some, violent type of games. So, always, do what's in the best interest of your household, of course. So, just saying, the physical ones, they're going to become obsolete. So more products are going to be online. It's just they want to reduce waste and increase space, I suppose, just keeping it on your devices. But, that's a double-edged sword too. So you really got to be organized with your stuff too, and just keep it in a safe place. But as far as books too, if you're just getting started, eventually I like to do the actual hard copies. But hey, if you're just starting, the ebooks are great. They come out amazing. I've seen the finished products, as the PDF, and yeah, it's fine too. As long as it's not too long. If you're gonna do an ebook, I wouldn't make it like 100 pages long, unless you're gonna turn it into a physical thing. But it's still more, it's still more assets that are part of your portfolio, right? So you're going to have hit or miss, but it's a great way to get started. You know, a lot of people are looking to be freelancers. A lot of people are working remotely, which is great. And so like the more tools that you know how to use, the better you'll be. So over the past 25 years, guys, spending on video game discs in the US have decreased by over 85% from its peak in 2008. And Nintendo's commitment to releasing physical media may be tested as digital sales continue to rise. So it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, which tells me, you know, all I need to know, right? And you know, it's one of those things, right? A lot of people are willing to spend like the most on video games, but when you are trying to, you know, show them books and stuff, they're like, nah. But on my Patreon, check out my Dia Dash digital asset. So I'm gonna make other types of books. I was almost gonna make like a neutral picture of the next book. I will. It'll just, you know, apply to whoever. You know, I want men to feel included too. So definitely try to cater to different parts of your audience. It's just like a great way to compile all your thoughts, all your information, you know, into tangible items where people can share and access and save. And that way, you don't have to feel like you're repeating yourself all the time. You know, a teacher after a while becomes either an author or vice versa, right? Because it just comes to a point where you're like, hey, great, you know, it's fun to do lectures and, you know, have that open dialogue. But if you have actual, you know, you can be a good cook. You can make a recipe book. In this book, I actually added 2 recipes to apply. So putting practical applications in your product is very helpful too. You could put some informations and some, you know, some information and some how-to steps to make it that much more marketable. And hey, yeah, it's great to come on, you know, talk about whatever, but a lot of people really are, you know, trying to be serious and, you know, do things that they care about and have untapped talent that they didn't know that they could market online. And what a great, safe way, you know, to earn a living. You know, a lot of people are having a hard time finding jobs. A lot of people, you know, are complaining about the system. Well, you know, you got to kick the system in the butt, right? And make your own system. You know what I mean? So we are definitely going to do talks about that too, right? You definitely just got to make your own system and take control of your life, right? Or your life will, you know, control you, right? Or get out of control kind of thing. So it's so important. You could have, you know, had a journey that you dealt with. You could have, you know, been, you know, someone who did a cross-country expedition. You could have, you know, traveled to different countries and you've learned different aspects. You can put that into an awesome guide. Travel guides right now are huge. A lot of people are thinking of traveling, want to know how to do it on a budget. And, you know, that could be your niche. So with me, with my holistic stuff, I have been trying to expose some of the industry. We'll do different videos at times going into the actual, you know, background of things like Botox and stuff. And it's like, hey, we've all been marketed and bombarded with crazy images and peer pressure to, you know, want to do, you know, the most, right? But I think with more education, it would help people realize that, you know, a lot of that stuff is not what you think. And if you've seen the history of it, you would be shocked. So I put that all into a book with actual solutions. So if you have, you know, learn your audience, see what they need, try to tackle an issue and put it together and you can make digital downloads. So try that out, guys, and check me out. And if you want to try out my ebook, $10, Sacred Secrets, and make an ebook today.